Since the beginning of time, humanity has looked up at the sky and wondered what lies beyond. The stars have always whispered secrets to those who dared to dream, secrets of mystery, vastness, and infinite possibility. For centuries, the sky was seen as a ceiling, a place unreachable, untouchable, divine. But within the heart of humankind burned an unshakable question: what if we could go there? That question became a spark that lit the fire of curiosity, invention, and courage. It became the foundation of one of humanity's greatest journeys, the journey to space. Every great achievement begins with a dream, and this dream was unlike any other. To leave Earth, to travel into the unknown, to see our planet not as a flat horizon, but as a glowing blue sphere suspended in darkness. It sounded impossible, even foolish. Yet for those who believed, impossible was only the first step toward discovery. In the early days, people laughed at the idea of reaching the stars. Scientists were told their imaginations were too wild, too unrealistic. But human ambition has never been bound by limits. Every time the world said, "You can't," there were a few who answered, "Watch me." The journey to space wasn't just about machines or rockets. It was about the spirit of perseverance, the will to explore, and the belief that dreams can defy gravity. In 1961, when Yuri Gagarin became the first human to orbit the Earth, it wasn't just a victory for one man or one nation, it was a victory for humanity itself. It proved that the sky was no longer the limit. We had crossed the invisible boundary that once separated us from the stars. When astronauts first looked back at Earth from above, they saw something that changed everything: a fragile, beautiful world without borders, floating silently in the vastness of space. For the first time, we saw ourselves not as divided nations, but as one species sharing a single home. That moment redefined humanity's place in the universe. It showed us how small we are, and yet how extraordinary. But the journey didn't stop there. From the moon landings to the Mars rovers, from the International Space Station to the dreams of colonizing other planets, every mission has been a reminder that human potential has no limits. Each rocket that leaves Earth carries more than fuel and metal. It carries hope, courage, and the belief that we can always go further. Behind every astronaut are thousands of dreamers, engineers, scientists, mathematicians, artists, people who dare to ask what if and are brave enough to seek the answer. The space journey is not just about exploring the universe, it's about exploring ourselves. Every step forward reveals what we are capable of when we unite curiosity with courage. It teaches us that even when failure comes, and it always does, we rise again. Because that's what dreamers do. Rockets explode, missions fail, but the dream never dies. Every great explorer knows success is built on the ashes of failure, and space exploration is the ultimate proof of that truth. The beauty of space is not only in its stars or planets, it's in what it awakens within us. It reminds us that the unknown isn't something to fear, it's something to reach for. Each astronaut who looks out of their spaceship window sees not just stars, but the endless possibilities of the human spirit. They see what it means to dream big, to chase something larger than life, to push beyond comfort and safety. And maybe that's the real purpose of our journey to space, not just to find life out there, but to discover life within ourselves. Because space, in all its darkness, reflects the light of human determination. When Neil Armstrong set foot on the moon and said, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," it wasn't just a historical moment, it was a message to every dreamer on Earth. It said, "Your dreams are not too big, you just have to take the first step." Today, as we build new rockets, explore Mars, and dream of distant galaxies, we continue that same legacy. Every generation adds a new chapter to this story, the story of humans who dared to touch the stars. And perhaps one day when a child somewhere looks up at the night sky, they won't just wonder what's out there, they'll say, "One day I'll go there." That's how dreams live on, passed from one heart to another, from one generation to the next. The journey to space isn't over. In fact, it has just begun. With every launch, every discovery, every bold idea, we move closer to a universe where the impossible becomes ordinary. But the greatest discovery of all is this: we never needed to escape Earth to find wonder, it was always inside us. Space just reminded us how limitless we truly are. So when you look up tonight, remember this: every star you see is a reflection of your own potential. You are made of the same elements that light up the universe. You are not small. You are not ordinary. You are a miracle of creation, capable of touching the stars. Because in the end, space is not the final frontier. The human spirit is.